1,000 years ago, long before modern cities and technology, early humans lived in the lands we now call America. This was the age of stone, survival, and nature. Scene 1: Living environment. These people lived among rocky mountains, forests, and caves. Stone shelters and caves protected them from wild animals, cold winds, and heavy rain. Nature was both their home and their greatest challenge. Scene 2: Daily life. Daily life was simple, but extremely hard. Men and women worked together to survive. They used sharp stones to make tools, weapons, and fire. Scene 3: Fire and food. Fire was life. It kept them warm, cooked their food, and scared away predators. Without fire, survival was almost impossible. Scene 4: Hunting. Hunting was dangerous and required courage. Using stone-tipped spears, hunters tracked animals like deer and bison. A single mistake could mean injury or death. Scene 5: Family and culture. Families stayed close. Children learned survival skills from a young age. Stories were shared around fire at night, teaching lessons of nature and life. Scene 6: Harsh reality. Life was short and unforgiving. There were no hospitals, no protection from disease or hunger. Only the strongest and smartest survived. Ending: reflective tone. This was life in Stone Age America. A world of struggle, courage, and human survival. The foundation of the modern world we live in today. 1,000 years ago, America was a land untouched by modern civilization. No cities. No machines. No roads. Only nature and the struggle to survive. This was the Stone Age. Scene 1: Land and nature. Vast forests, rocky mountains, wide rivers, and endless plains covered the land. Wild animals ruled these territories. Humans were not the strongest, but they were the smartest. Scene 2: Shelter and living. Early Americans lived in caves and stone shelters. They chose places near rivers for water and food. Stones and wood were used to build simple homes that could protect them from cold. Scene 24: Evolution of shelter. Over time, shelters improved. Stones were stacked carefully. Animal skins covered openings. These homes were simple but life-saving. Scene 25: Death and respect. Death was part of life. The dead were honored with simple rituals. Nature received them back, returning life to the land. Scene 26: Time and change. Slowly, knowledge grew. Better tools. Better hunting. Better shelters. Humanity evolved, not overnight, but generation by generation. Final conclusion: very deep, emotional tone. Stone Age America was a world of struggle and strength. Every day was a test of survival. Yet humans endured. From stone tools to civilizations.
I'll secure it with more stone.
This was the beginning of our journey. Winters were the true enemy. Cold winds cut through animal skin clothing. Snow covered the land, and food became rare. Survival during winter meant preparation or death. Scene 28: Storing food. To survive harsh seasons, humans learned to store food. Meat was dried near fire. Roots and plants were hidden in caves. This knowledge saved many lives. Scene 29: Learning from nature.
I'll tend it.
Nature was their teacher.
The wind is fierce. Secure
Humans
the hides.
learned which plants healed and which killed.
Good. The shelter must stand.
They watched animals
The
to
wind is
understand
strong. Secure the
survival.
hides.
They are ready. Take
Observation
them. More
was their
stones, the shelter needs
science.
height.
Good. The fire will warm
Scene
us.
30:
The
Firekeepers.
wind bites. More wood.
Fire was never allowed to die.
The shelter holds.
Some members of the tribe protected it day and night. Losing fire meant starting again. A task that could take days.
The winds grow fierce.
Scene
We must
31:
finish the shelter.
Early communication.
Almost done. The fire will hold.
There was no written language. Communication came through gestures, sounds, and drawings on stone. These were the first steps toward human language. Scene 32: Art and expression.
The
Cave walls
must
became
be
history
strong.
books.
Yes, the wind is
Humans
fierce.
painted
We'll
animals,
finish before
hunts,
dark.
and symbols.
The
These
wind
drawings
bites. We
told
must finish the
stories.
shelter.
The hides are ready.
Stories
Here,
that
take this.
survived
Good.
thousands
The
of
fire will
years.
warm us.
Scene 33, respect for animals. Animals were not just food. They were
More
respected.
stones for the wall.
Every
The
hunt was
wind is
followed by
fierce.
gratitude
Keep
to
the fire
nature.
lit.
Life was taken only to
Knives
survive.
are ready. Stack them inside.
Scene
Yes, the wind
34,
is fierce
leadership
tonight.
and wisdom.
Fires will hold.
Leaders were not kings. The generations came and went. Children grew into hunters. Elders passed their knowledge before time claimed them. Humanity moved forward slowly but surely. Ending, calm, deep tone. Stone Age America was not just about survival.
Push!
It was about learning, adapting, and enduring. From these early humans came the future. A future that would one day build civilizations. Over time, the land began to change. Some areas became warmer. Forests expanded, and new animals appeared. Humans had to adapt once again. Scene 37, smarter hunting. Hunting methods improved. Traps were set along animal paths. Groups learned to surround prey instead of chasing it. Intelligence slowly replaced raw strength. Scene 38, stronger bonds. Tribes became more organized. Roles were shared. Some hunted, some gathered, some protected children and fire. Survival became a group effort. Scene 39, trade between tribes. Not all encounters ended in conflict. Some tribes exchanged stone tools, skins, and food. Trade reduced danger and increased knowledge. Scene 40, settling longer. Humans no longer moved constantly. Some places offered enough food and water year-round. Camps became semi-permanent. This was the beginning of settlement. Scene 41, knowledge of time. Humans began to understand time. Seasons were remembered. Patterns were observed. This awareness helped them prepare for the future. Scene 42, the role of elders. Elders became living libraries. Their memory guided the tribe. Respect for age and experience grew stronger. Scene 43, first steps toward farming. Some plants were protected instead of harvested. Seeds fell near camps. Humans noticed food could return. A quiet revolution had begun. Scene 44, tools become symbols. Tools were no longer just tools. They showed skill, status, and identity. Craftsmanship became important. Scene 45, a new future. Stone Age life was slowly transforming. Survival was still hard, but hope was growing. Humanity was changing the world. And itself. ND. From constant movement to settlement. From survival alone to shared progress. The Stone Age was ending. And a new chapter of human history was about to begin. As time passed, life became more complex. Survival was no longer only about hunting and gathering. Humans began to think about tomorrow and the next season. Scene 47, planning ahead. Food was saved, not just eaten. Shelters were repaired instead of abandoned. Planning became a skill. And those who planned survived longer. Scene 48, growing population. Slowly, populations increased. More children survived. Small camps turned into larger communities. With growth came new challenges. Scene 49, rules and order. To live together, rules were needed. Who hunted? Who protected the fire? Who decided when to move? Order brought stability. Scene 50, conflict and control. More people meant more conflict.